Hey, this is Joel LaCourse, and I want to talk to you for a minute about mediation in your divorce process. Do you have to do it? And the answer is yes. In Oklahoma, our courts are requiring every single litigant, before they're given a trial date to be able to resolve their matter, they must attend a domestic mediation. So what should you expect? That's a great question. Mediations take place usually at a neutral attorney's office, somebody who is knowledgeable of family law, but who is also trained in the skill of mediation. The attorneys will typically put parties in different rooms, and then that attorney will go from room to room and attempt to resolve your client's matter. Now, a few things that are really critical to understand. First of all, that mediator is not a judge, and he's not an arbitrator. In other words, that mediator has no decision-making authority. His job is a single one. His job is to see if the two parties can come together in an agreement to resolve their matter. Now, most mediators have been doing this a long time, and so while they do not have a decision-making authority, good mediators usually express an opinion regarding the merits of your case. And I think that's a wonderful area because oftentimes we kind of get caught up in the forest and we can't see the trees in the middle of it. And usually that mediator can come in and he can shed new light on issues in your case. And while he's not going to make a decision for you, he is going to tell you areas that you may have weaknesses in your case and strengths in your case. He will then go back room to room and attempt to try to go issue by issue and determine if there are areas where they can be resolved by agreement. Now, the beautiful part about mediation is that everything that's done in that setting is confidential. You can discuss things in your room with your mediator, and as a matter of law, he is forbidden to go into the other room and to discuss that. So you are free to use creative measures and free to use all kinds of offers to try to resolve your claim without them being used against you later. Because if you offer something at mediation and then take a completely different stand at trial in the event your case doesn't settle, it can never be said that, well, hey, you offered a quarter of that at mediation. Those proceedings are confidential and can never be used in court against you. It's freedom of expression. And that's why the courts really encourage all the parties to go to mediation, because it allows a creative mechanism to try to resolve your claim without it being used as a sword against you. The other thing mediators do is that, quite frankly, we can usually resolve lots of claims in 3 or 4 hours that might take days and weeks for courts to resolve. So as opposed to spending thousands of dollars on your case, what we do is we spend lots of time getting your case ready for trial, so we have all the facts and all the data and everything supported at a mediation, and that gives us our best chance of resolving your matter. As a Christian, mediation is critical. Proverbs says, be careful just rushing to court, because at that point, you have to be careful what the other person says, and he's going to just discredit you. That you should go through mediation and try to resolve your matter confidentially with the other party to have resolution. I think it's really important as Christians that, as opposed to just running and having our matter brought before just a secular judge or a judge that's in an open court, that you have the opportunity to use mediation and reconciliation measures in a private setting without having to have your reputation ruined, which is what the proverb really warns of. So I'd encourage you, mediation not only is it required by court, not only is it mandated in order for your case to go forward, I believe that that it's intertwined in biblical principles in having your case resolved. If you'd like more information about mediation or how that really works from a Christian standpoint, feel free to contact my office at LaCourseLaw.com or at 918-744-7100. I'd love to talk to you more about your case.